Good morning, team. How's everybody doing today? It is Friday, the end of the week. Let's have a good trading day today. Oh, man. Let's see what my equity's at. I didn't trade big yesterday. I tried trading a little bit small yesterday. I traded larger towards the end of the day. And I traded larger towards the end of the day. And I ended the day up around $44. But my commissions, the point of trading small most of the day was that my commissions shouldn't be that high. I didn't scale out very much at all. And so yeah, I made a huge amount of that in net profit. I was up on the day like $41, I guess. I thought it was 44, but apparently it's 41 or 41 something. And I was down at like $484, and so I've effectively made like $30. So 30 out of that 40 was net profit. So that's good. So I banked more of my net profit. We'll see what we get. What's up, Roku 2019? Huh?
Is it gonna be cold outside?
Yeah, it's like 50 degrees. Yep.
John.
Alright, guys. So, let me catch back up with the chat. What's up, Sang Freud, Gabriel, Roku, Daniel, Fubarski, Rolly, Renevian. Yeah. I mean, right, but you're going to be following the PDT rule, Roku. So, I mean, like I said, we had a big conversation on it yesterday. Like you can day trade with no PDT rule under 25K, or you can trade with zero commissions but only 3 times per week. So, choice is yours. It doesn't matter to me. Everybody's different. Everybody's going to have their own style. All right, team. Hey. Just sitting here drinking my coffee, hanging out, kicking my kids out of here. Yep. That's right. All right. Kids are kicked out now. What's up, Kangster? What's up, guys? All right, so yeah, looking at what's actually moving today, though. If we take a look at what's moving, ATIS looks solid. ATIS looks good. Gapping up from 130s to 206 looks strong. Probably not tradable for me, honestly, but it looks good. Looks solid. We got BNGO. BNGO. I have a really strong compulsion to add the I in there. BINGO, but I don't, I just say BNGO. It's kind of difficult, to be honest. But yeah, so gapping up from 138 to 185. We'll see what happens with this one. This one was really strong yesterday and then gave back all of the gains, which is pretty typical with these penny stock pumped up stocks. We'll see what happens with it as well. NVTR, FLDM. We got that one, FLDM. We got CHEK, RDHL. So we got some penny stocks, but a lot of them are just kind of dull and slow and boring. KSU. Looks all right, but big stock, small range, or it's not a small range, but a big stock. Looks like a small float. NVTA. We got Snapchat, which is moving some here. So I'll watch the stocks that I'm really going to be watching today that I'll actually be able to trade are, let's see. I got a few of them. There we go. So I have about 3 or 4 stocks that I'm actually going to be looking at to trade. Those are ARWR. ARWR, big green day yesterday. I'm keeping an eye on that one. Snap, SNAP. Snap gapping up. KO. KO gapping up, which is Coca-Cola. Gapping up some here. We got the other one is Cron and CGC. Well, I just kind of grouped those together because they're all cannabis stocks. But Cron and CGC gapping up. There's CGC. And then ETFC, which is E-Trade. AMD, like always. And then we can look at the overall market today, guys. This is the overall market. Market is up slightly after being down, it looks like, in after hours yesterday. So it looks like it was down in after hours and then it bounced back some today. So that's really what I'm watching today. Again, we do have some penny stocks, specifically ATIS, BNGO. NVTR, FLDM. But in the end, you know, we got SYF as well here, but not much volume. Fran, we do have Fran. Let's see if Fran's tradable. I know it used to not be. Fran actually held its gains, actually. This was a big parabolic mover. This is the rare one that held its gains, which is kind of impressive. I thought this one would almost certainly fail. So we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and kind of wake up a little bit. And I'm going to be sitting right here, but yeah, I'll be back. All right, I was talking to my wife, asking her if she'll be on stream a little bit later. She's not going to trade today. I know she hasn't been on stream in a few weeks, and she's not going to trade today specifically, but she did say that maybe later. She said maybe. She didn't give me a full confirmation there, but she said maybe she will jump on and kind of talk to people for 10, 20 minutes or so later on in the day. So we'll see about that too. Macy, are y'all leaving? All right, but yeah, Fran is actually surprising here because I almost certainly thought this one was going to fail. I'm surprised it's still up here. Like, if you look at the daily chart, I'm just surprised it's still up here. I thought certainly this one was going to fail. But hey, it kind of goes to show you never know too much in the market, do you? Because sometimes these penny stocks hold their gains, which is super rare. Again, I mean, I'm not going to act like this is the common ground here, the common thing here. But sometimes they do hold their gains, apparently, and FRAN is one of them. It's just so rare that it's surprising when we see it. But yeah. Oh, you guys can't even see the end of this. My bad, guys. But yeah, so gonna watch ARWR, one of my main watches. KO, Coca-Cola. Snap, SNAP. Probably gonna watch MDR again just to see what McDermott does. Boring low float or big float stocks, large float stocks. Cannabis stocks too. CGC, CRON, APHA. Those look interesting. I'll probably watch those. But yeah, aside from that, like I said, we got some penny stocks, ATIS, BNGO. Yeah, that's really about it. ETFC, E-Trade, NVTA, NVIDIA? No, that's not NVIDIA. I don't know what NVTA is. ISRG. I don't know what this is, but it's too expensive for me. HBI. Y'all leaving? Oh. What's everybody else's main watch? Let me know. Can I turn up my volume a little bit, please? Sure. Yeah, really, it doesn't have to do with turning up my volume. It has to do with me scooting up a little bit here and putting my mic closer. That should be substantially better, right? Let me know how that is. That should help with volume. All right, team. So we still got a few minutes, about 10 minutes. I'm just drinking my coffee, waking up a little bit, seeing what we have. Again, I'm actually up some here in my account. Yeah, kind of what I'm watching too, but penny stock land, we'll see. Tyrell. All right, but yeah, like I said, ARWR is probably one of my main watches. I mean, I'm gonna be patient with it and see here, but this is probably one of my main watches. Let's look at the daily chart. This is Arrowhead. Um, yeah, I mean, this level looks interesting. It's gapping up to 3760, so it's gapping up to here or so, right around there. Actually, it's gapping up to 39. We just can't see it apparently. I'm looking at it on the other chart. So technically, this one's gapping up actually to right here even. It's gapping up to actually 39 even. So like right here is where it's gapping up to, or where it did gap up to. So this is the new high up here, and right now it's sitting at 37.62. So yeah, so it's like right here right now. So we'll see what happens with it, but this is one of my main watches, ARWR. And then again, we got KO if you like trading Coca-Cola. I never really have. Let's go back and look in time and see if this one fades or bounces very often, because I haven't really traded Coca-Cola that often or that much. And yeah, just trying to determine whether this one's going to be a reliable fade or bounce. And there's some nice little fades in there. Not the best, but not the worst. That is not good for fades or bounces. That looks like a very fake out style move. Coca-Cola. Chop, chop, chop. Yeah, so apparently Coca-Cola this day was solid. But let's find the last time Coca-Cola had any type of legitimate catalyst for this type of move. That's what we really want to see. But yeah, so Snapchat. I don't like Snapchat. It never really works for me. I never really trade it that well. I don't know why. Some fades there. I think it's just these are sideways most of the day. So we'll see. Look at ARWR the same way. This one actually looks a little bit better, ARWR. Like when I look at it, it actually picks a direction for some of these. Like look, direction. This one looked really good. A lot of VWAP bounces. Just the volume those days looks pretty dull. So maybe we'll get something today. Yeah, what are you guys talking about? Let me look. Best place to find this type of news is Twitter. Let me find this. Alright, here, I gotta give my kids a hug goodbye, guys. I'll be right back. But yeah, what are y'all guys talking about? I'm not seeing anything. So yeah, just let me know what you guys are talking about. All right, guys. I don't know, Oscar. Man, why does it do that? Oh my goodness. Why does it do that, man? I don't know, man. Sheesh. I'll stop, man. I'll stop. I'll just stop streaming, man, because it keeps popping up on your phone, bro. All right, team. So, today is Friday. Remember, usually volume's a little bit slower on Friday. It's generally not the best. And so maybe today's not going to be the day to keep pushing and to push forward and to do all that stuff today. Just be careful. Macy, somebody else mentioned this one being down a big amount. We'll start looking up the news in about 5 minutes. But yeah, like I said, let me know what everybody else is watching. I'm keeping an eye on, for penny stocks, if you're into penny stocks, like I said, they got ATIS specifically. They have, which is gapping up from 133s to 202. We got BNGO gapping up from 138 to 178. We got, what else do we have? ETFC, E-Trade, not a penny stock, but E-Trade's gapping up some. What else we got? We got Snap, SNAP, Snapchat, gapping up from 1370s to 1422. We've got KO, which is Coca-Cola, gapping up from 53.79 to 55.17. We've got Fran. I can't trade this one, but FRAN is still up, and it actually held these gains, which is surprising enough. And then the other big one that I'm really watching, ARWR, which is gapping up from 36.60s to 37.74. Yeah, I don't either, K. Gifford. I think it's probably just trolls that, you know. But whatever. If there is something, let me know, guys. Maybe there is. I don't know. Fit. What else do they have here? Etsy. But yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing too much else. KO, ARWR, cannabis stocks like Kron, CGC. RETA, Nicholas. RETA had a big move yesterday, right? It looks like it actually had a strong day today, too. Or no, maybe, yeah, RTEA's move was on the 15th, so my days are all messed up with stocks. Yeah, this was on the 15th, so what was that, Wednesday, Tuesday? So yeah, on Tuesday, this one ran up, and it's actually had a really nice bullish trend since then. So we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, team, we've got a little bit of time left until we start breaking down news. We got Coca-Cola that's dropping some. Oh, man. KO, Coca-Cola. We got SNAP. And so, yeah, I mean, that's really what I'm watching. I'll keep an eye on cannabis stocks today as well. Maybe going to watch Roku, SQ. Maybe keep an eye on those two. The overall market in the SPY itself is slightly green today, but not by much after this pullback. It's at 299.30. It's kind of consolidating around the 299 level. And so we'll see what happens. But yeah, like I said, let me know what your main watch is today, guys. I'm keeping an eye on a few different stuff, but Fridays are usually a little dull. Let's see, guys. So yeah, we're up to 14,210 subscribers. Let's make our goal today 14,240 subscribers. So we'll try to get 30 subs today on stream. Yesterday we did get our 30. Appreciate the love, guys. We did get our 30 subs today yesterday. And so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We day trade live for free every weekday morning. We're not experts here. We're not gurus. We generally just let you watch us day trade for free. Not claiming to be experts or gurus, and just let you watch us trade the open live every single weekday. And so again, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button, click the bell. Let me check the Discord, and we'll start looking up some news in just a minute. Yeah, Arlette's dropping some knowledge in our Discord too, man. I really like her advice. This is Arlette's advice from our Discord, and I can definitely agree with this. I think this is the right way to be. Okay, so from what Arlette says, and I'm gonna quote her here from our Discord, and I'll post the Discord link if you want to read it afterwards. But she said, "To be able to survive is keeping your losses very tight. You can go by cents. For example, if you are trading a stock between $20 and $40, if you are buying 200 shares, your stop is around 20 cents. You will be losing $40. Stocks under 15 risk should be 10 cents. Stocks over $100 should be between 50 and $1. Depends on the stock, and I'll add this. It depends on the range of the stock, because sometimes a $2 stock can have a larger range than a $20 stock. It depends on the float, the range, and a lot of different factors. And so you don't want to solely go by the price of the stock, because the range can be different. Even if a cheaper stock might have a big range than a more expensive stock. Depends on the stock. Those are more risky. Just giving an estimate. Limit order is the highest price you are willing to pay for the stock. So basically, yeah, I'll kind of expand onto this. A limit order is going to get you filled at that specific limit price or better. It has to. That's why it's limited to that specific price for the limit or better, right? Where a market order is supposed to get you filled at the best possible price immediately at that time. And so, yeah, I mean, that's basically what she's saying. And very true. Very good stuff for new traders to really understand, because a lot of traders don't understand that. My plan is to watch the first 15 minutes, then run a Finviz high relative volume scan. Always finds the trenders for me. Yeah, I like that plan. K. Gifford. William says Google breast cancer vaccine, Florida. A lady at Mayo Clinic was given a trial one. First patient ever wanted the vaccine actually attacked the cancer in the body. Started. I'm assuming you meant to also started to also after the shots. Yeah, for sure, William. Yeah, let me know that company, man. I mean, honestly, though, here's the problem with that. Is that we get actually news like that all the time. And a lot of it is fluff, a lot of it is hype, and I want it to be real. Trust me, you guys heard my story. If you were here for the other stream the other day where I kind of told the story about how I got started trading and how that involved me having to quit my job at the time because my wife has the BRCA2 gene, which is the breast cancer gene, and had to have a bilateral double mastectomy. Listen, I'm interested in that type of stuff because it's relevant to my life in general. But you do have to be careful, because a lot of times these can be hype pieces. These can be fluff pieces that are just trying to pump the company up if there is a stock for it. I actually think there's more credibility if there's not a stock for it. If the company is private, I think that it would have more credibility in my opinion. But again, this is from somebody that day trades and hears catalysts like this almost every day, And I want it to be real. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying I'm naturally skeptical of that type of stuff because, again, certain companies, especially public companies, will put that type of stuff out there in the ether just to pump up their stock, so to speak. So, what's our Discord? What's up, Maestro? Yeah, appreciate it, Tybrow. Thanks, brother. I'll post the Discord here, man. Let me post it. Here's the link. All right, so yeah, GIL gapping down. Let's go ahead and start with news here. We'll go ahead and start with news. I don't know if Mitch is here. Let me see. What's up, Mr. K? What's up, brother? And yeah, guys, like I said, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate the sub, Nick, Kevin, Haas. Appreciate it, guys. Welcome to the team. But yeah, let's go ahead and look up the news today. Let me see here. Let me find this. There we go. All right, so yeah, first one we're going to look up is ATIS. ATIS, that's the top of the list, top of the gappers this morning, and probably be the easiest one for me to look up. I'm not actually seeing a catalyst for this. If anybody knows if there's a catalyst for ATIS that I don't actually see, let me know, because I'm not seeing one on this list. Let me try another method. So yeah, this was in after hours. This was in pre-market. We did have a lot of stuff that came out Friday. Looks like this was after the bell. I don't understand this. So ATIS put out a release that said that the NASDAQ has informed the company by letter, the October NASDAQ letter, that it is not in compliance with the exchange's continued listing requirements as set forth in NASDAQ Listing Rule 5550. This is a result of the company's minimum bid price falling below $1 per share for a period of 30 consecutive days. What a coincidence. What a coincidence, guys. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, so just to put this into perspective, guys, for ATIS, they put out a release yesterday that said that the NASDAQ had sent them a letter saying that they were not in compliance because the minimum bid price fell below $1 a share. What a coincidence that now the stock just immediately rose to $217 up to $285 per share. How crazy is that? What a coincidence. This is what you see at penny stock land, though, honestly. That's hilarious. And then there's no catalyst for it either. There's no catalyst. So just to give you a timeline here. Yesterday, ATIS got a letter saying that they were not in compliance with NASDAQ because their price was too low. And then immediately, now, the next day, it skyrockets up to 285 to 217 to 285 with no known catalyst, with no news. You know, I wonder how that happened, guys. That's hilarious. But yeah, that's ATIS right now. Interesting, to say the least. I don't know what's going to happen with it. It could keep running. Somebody's obviously pumping this thing up. Not 100% pure speculation, but, I mean, I think the signs are there. But yeah, ATIS, we'll see what happens with it. We also have... Yeah, you gotta love that, man. You gotta love that. Yeah, basically, what I'm laughing at here with ATIS, guys, what I'm laughing at is that this is, in my opinion, pure speculative opinion, this is certainly a pump. Because they got notice that their price was too low, basically. You know, they got notice yesterday that the price was too low. And so what does a company like to do in that situation? They need to get their price up some. They pump that price up some. I don't know how they did it. You know, I'm not saying they even did it. Not 100%. I'm not 100% sure either way. This is pure speculation. But yeah, I think chances are if the company's pumping it up to regain compliance, which is, you know, hilarious in my opinion. Do I think it's going to hold these gains? No. But it could. I don't know. You know, you never know, I guess. Anyways, back to news. Yeah, I'm messaging Mitch, bro. We're laughing at ATIS. Anyways, we're gonna move on. We'll come back to it. I'll show Mitch that one when he gets back here. BNGO. Like I said, I have a really strong compulsion to say the I, BINGO, but I can't, and so I just gotta say BNGO. It's really difficult, to be honest, not to say the I though. But yeah. So the next one we're looking at is BNGO. This one's gapping up from 138 to 175. This one did run yesterday, or the last few days. Not yesterday. It crashed yesterday, but starting on the 16th, I believe it was Wednesday, this thing's been running up ever since. Yeah, man, I sent the link in Discord, K. Gifford. It started going up on Monday before the letter. Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure, let's see. I mean, listen, if y'all want to be bullish in these terrible companies, that's fine. I'm not saying, it did. Kate, to be honest, AZ is right. It started actually to go up on the 16th. Let me look at the daily chart here. But yeah, I mean, they had to know this was coming, though. Like, they know that they have to keep it above $1, and it dropped below $1 on the 23rd. And so, yeah, a little bit less than a month ago. And so, but like I said, to AZ's credit, to AZ's credit, he's right. This one actually did start it to run up before the letter. But I don't think it's a coincidence that immediately after the letter, which they got the letter yesterday, immediately after the letter, we all of a sudden get a huge, what's this, 120 up to 185% pump on this one. I don't think that's a coincidence necessarily. But yeah, BNGO is just up after yesterday as well. Let's get Mitch in here. Hey, it opened up on the right side this time, man. Wow. What's up, Mitch? All right, we got Mitch here. I'm going to unmute him now so I don't forget later. There we go. Yeah, so let's keep looking. BNGO, no really news today. Had some big news the other day. We're going to keep moving here. NVTR. Gap up, but kind of a choppy gap up. Let's see. Kind of boring gap up. We have FACER, which is on this top list here. Boring. FLDM. Yo, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
What's up, bro? I unmuted you now. We got Mitch
I was
here.
talking to myself.
Yeah.
Anyways, I had the boom up, so I'm there just like, hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing? No one likes me.
Bro, I do it every day, man. I do it every day. I'm talking to myself. I mute myself. I either mute myself or I mute you. So today, before you even got on, I was like, I'm gonna unmute the mic. I'm gonna unmute Mitch's end. I'm gonna unmute desktop audio so people can hear Mitch.
All right, guys, you ready for some downers?
How about the Astros, though? Before that, let's talk about the Astros. How about the Astros?
Hey, let's go. Let's go, Stros.
Yankees going down tonight, man. Tonight. They're out of here, man.
Yeah, I think the Yankees made a bad decision pitching Tanaka yesterday. I know Greinke hasn't done really well, but at the end of the day, sometimes you got to be smarter and save your strategy.
Yeah.
Save your strategy for another day. I think they should have kind of made that kind of idea that, hey, let's pitch our best pitcher against their bullpen, which is going to happen today.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be a straight bullpen game,
right.
And so I think that's the game that the Yankees got a better chance if they could put out a good starter pitcher.
Yeah,
they didn't make that decision, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, the Astros have been getting ahead early, and that has been wearing them out. You know, ETFC, one you really like, ETFC. Also ARWR, gapping up here. This is two that I'm really watching today. Let me find this.
You heard about that huge bet on the Astros, right?
Nah, man. Who?
Yeah, there is some big guy that sells mattresses in Houston.
Oh, Mattress Mac, man. You're talking about Mattress Mac.
Mattress Mac.
My man.
Yeah, that man put like almost $2 million on him.
Yeah, he's like a big character out here, man. He's a big character, you know.
He almost put $2 million on them.
on them beating the Yankees or them winning the World Series?
Altogether, if you add up all his bets on the Astros right now, he has the single biggest bet on one single team to win a championship.
Yeah.
Ever.
I think
that's a little wild out there. That man's wild.
Yeah, he's always been kind of crazy. He's cool though, but he's always been a little crazy, man. I've met him once. I've been to the store. He's over at the store. I've met him once, but yeah, he's all over Facebook, man. That dude markets himself like crazy.
All right, guys. If you guys don't know why he's doing it, he said that he'd pay back everybody. So he'd pay back everyone if the Astros kind of won. So what he does is he hedges bet. All he does is he hedges his bet and goes for the Astros. If the Astros win,
he's making money.
He's gold. He's
right.
Gold. He'll be able to pay everyone and still make his money.
Right.
Astros lose.
He's down 1.3 mil. You know.
Yeah. Good luck to you, man.
I mean, he's still balling though, man. Oh boy's still balling though, man. I mean, he can market himself.
He won the other time they won, so
yeah. So. All right. Well, let's get back to stocks. So, Yeah, ARWR looks solid. Let me look up the catalyst for this one because I see some other news, but we're not really getting too many big moves here in the market. We got SNAP. I guess I'll look that one up. I think this one is price target raised. SNAP. So SNAP had the price target raised from Bank of America from neutral to buy and announced an $18 price target. And then we also have Coca-Cola here, which is the other one I'm watching. And this one is up after reporting upbeat third quarter results or sales.
Yeah, I don't like trading Coke a lot, guys, just because it's cyclical. It goes up depending on the year, but this is the time when it usually goes up at the end of the year. It's just normal for it to do this. It's one of those cyclical stocks that has a tendency of going up in certain times of year. One that we can look at, guys, earnings wise, retails, downgrades. The retails short that I've been calling, man, that short is real. Gap, Macy's, American Eagle. I don't think these companies are going to be around for too much longer.
Yeah, I think the whole retail space. Here's the thing. I think clothing retail companies are going to be fine because I think people are always going to want out and buy clothes from retail stores. But I think almost every other retail business is going to go down. It just depends. When you're thinking about the viability of a retail business nowadays in the Amazon world, when you have Amazon like around like this, when you're thinking about the viability of it, you have to ask yourself a big question. You have to ask yourself, are people willing on waiting for this? Is it more convenient to wait for this product via the mail, or is it easier to just go buy it at the store? With clothing specifically, you have to try it on, you have to get the right fit, all that stuff, and so people are always going to go buy clothes at the store. And so I think retail clothing stores are going to be fine. I think that other stuff that you don't have to go try on, that are more convenient just to order it online, those are the retail businesses specifically that are going to fail. And I think if you think about it in that regard, it makes sense. It's
all going to be down to what the valuations are, guys. I just think at the end of the day, if you look even at the clothes companies, they're just valued too high. Right. I think it's not that they can't survive, but the value is not there. I don't think Macy's, we got L Brands here. That was one that everyone was bullish on, but even though it's a cheaper company, even though it's kind of more of a bargain company, I mean, just look at it. It still can't do it.
Real quick though, we did get somebody dropping some news on me. Johnson & Johnson had a baby powder recall. And it's down. Look at this. It's down to 131.11s, down from 136.17s. I think Mitch called this one out, really. I think Mitch was talking about how nobody likes Johnson & Johnson anymore, man. Especially for babies, man.
Quiet over here.
Right, especially for babies, man. Especially for babies. As a parent, I ain't buying Johnson & Johnson, man. Get that stuff out of here, man. Their baby soap is bad for babies, man. Like, I don't want to touch that stuff, man. I'm not touching Johnson & Johnson, man. They're sketchy as hell.
Hey, I try not to say I said so, but I kind of said so.
No, you were right. I'll say it. You were right on that one, man. But there it goes. It's down. Sketchiness. I'll look up the catalyst.
Yeah.
Hold
on. I'll tell you another one, guys. Before we get too far off, kind of this. Look at Beyond Meat, man. Holy moly, the fake meat is done.
There it is, man. I'm guessing this is probably from bad sales at McDonald's. Yeah, we got
it. It just didn't work, man.
Yeah.
This is the next TLRY.
I think they're underestimating. Well, here's the thing. I think they're underestimating how many people. Here's my Discord. Here's the Discord, K Gifford. It's in the chat right there. Go to it before people chat and it goes away. But here's the issue with it. Here's the issue with selling Beyond Meat at McDonald's, is that they underestimate how strict vegans are with their stuff, right? And I think that if it was just plain meat, that would be fine. But when they're cooking Beyond Meat on the same grill as regular meat, vegans are like, no, I'm not touching that stuff, man. And so they're not going to get any sales. And I think if you think about it in that regard, it makes sense too, because vegans are like, no, if it's on the same grill as regular meat, if the same grease from real meat is getting on my fake meat, I'm not going to eat the fake meat. And so that's why it's probably not selling, because let's be real here, vegans are too strict for that. You know, not hating on vegans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen, they got more willpower than I do. But in the end, you know,
Yep.
that's probably why.
Well, I always since we talked about two that I called out, might as well call out the next one.
All right.
Shaq. Shaq is gonna be my next one.
I don't even know what Shack is. It's Shake Shack, but I don't even know what it is. Is it like a smoothie company? Is it like a shake?
It's Shaquille O'Neal's kind of instead of a burger place, chicken sandwich.
Okay.
It's supposedly gonna be the best. I mean, hey, $100
I'm
stock.
down to try it.
$100 stock. I'm not sure.
Doesn't he already own like a huge stake in Five Guys Burgers and Fries though? Five Guys has got the best burgers in town though, for 100%.
I mean, he might have decided, hey, I got the best burger place. Let's go and make a best chicken place.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm not mad
I've heard,
at him,
I heard it's pretty good, but I don't know if it's an IPO that IPO'd at the open was at 90.65. No, hold on.
Whew.
The
This one
open
did
was
run
at
up.
60.55.
Yeah,
And that's
I mean,
the open after the IPO, after people value the company and take time to value a company.
I think
The stock has more than doubled, or gotten close to double that.
yeah,
So-
I think investors are getting hyped up behind. He did really well with Five Guys. You know, Five Guys is like in every city now. You know, and so I think people got some optimism with his businesses in that regard. But I kind of agree with you. I mean, we'll see. Is it
Sympathy
enough?
move.
Right.
I think
Is it
this was
enough?
a sympathy move from Beyond Meat. Everyone thinking, whoa, Beyond Meat went to the stars. Can this one go to the stars? I think this one had trouble at 100. It's going to try one more time to get to that 100. That's going to be the key point there for the stock. And then we'll see what happens, guys. All right, so let's go back to J&J. See if we can actually trade this one today and what kind of
Oh,
pattern
well, we
it's
could
making.
trade it, but I don't know if I want to trade it. Let me look up the catalyst really quick. Let's look up the actual catalyst.
That's the
for this
key.
one real quick. Yeah. So this one it says down, and this is from Dow Jones Newswires, and it says, quote, J&J swung to a 2.6% decline in pre-market on Friday after the consumer products and drug company said it was recalling a, quote, single lot of Johnson's baby powder after tests revealed traces of chrysotile asbestos. What? The stock was trading up at about 0.2% ahead of the recall announcement. There was asbestos in baby powder? What? The company said it initiated the voluntary recall out of a, quote, out of an abundance of caution, end quote, after the Food and Drug Administration found, quote, subtrace levels of asbestos in samples from a single bottle purchased from an online retailer, and has initiated a rigorous and thorough investigation into the matter. Johnson & Johnson said it can't confirm whether the tested product is authentic or counterfeit, or whether the sample was prepared in a controlled environment. Yeah, but you're not just going to have asbestos on your fingers. The recall comes after Johnson & Johnson received a subpoenas earlier this year seeking documents related to the safety of its baby powder and other talc-containing products. What did we say, man? A lot of Johnson & Johnson products are said to be bad for babies. You know, it's a paradox, man. You know?
It's something about the way that we as consumers work now. If we hear negative news, we need to hear something positive afterwards. And if we keep hearing negative news, the only positive thing you heard in Johnson & Johnson was that they won up their customers on a lawsuit and didn't get hit as hard.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks Johnson & Johnson. You won up to your customers.
Right. You beat the customers. Great job. You know, you made them. You paid them less because you screwed them over. Great job. You know.
Yeah. So it's ridiculous. I think.
I don't like. We got the quote of the day here from Blah Blah Tuesday. They said, "Quote: I don't like fake meat juice on my real meat." You know, that's right. Quote of the day. But yeah.
Yeah. It is just how it goes. One of the ones that I'll talk about that I really don't have any idea why it's going up is E-Trade, man.
I mean,
This one's still this is starting
TRC.
to baffle me.
What's
ETFC.
ETFC? Yeah. Let me look this up. ETFC. It's got to have some type of catalyst, right?
Oh yeah, it got
It
I think
raised price
someone
target.
yeah gave it earnings, good decent earnings, but what you really didn't see is earnings, but they downgraded their guidance like last week.
Yeah. I mean,
So
good earnings are almost
I
always going to make the
personally
stock go up.
feel I personally feel it's one of those that they like pull the rug on you, like kind of GoPro, where GoPro it was going really well. They came out with really good news.
Offering,
It popped up one day, and the next
boom,
day
offering.
they were just like, "Oh, well, we're lowering guidance.
Yeah.
We're lowering guidance."
Yeah.
Just to drop that one in there, you guys.
Right.
My thing is, if you look on the daily chart for E Trade, it's almost back at prices that it was trading when it had commissions. So you can't tell me that they're going to be able to make the same amount of money as they were making when they had
I mean,
commissions.
at the same time, though,
That's my major concern.
you really got to think about it like this, though, right? They're going to get more customers. They're going to get more consumers and customers that are
Ah,
joining their black brokerage, and they're going to be able to make money in other ways because
I
commission's free. And I think that in the end, the reason it's moving up is because of the competitive advantage it has over other platforms for announcing it early like they did. And I think that they're going to get more they're going to get more customers that way, and they're
uh,
going to be able to make more from them in a
but
certain way.
everyone has it now. That's my
Yeah.
problem. It's not a competitive advantage if everyone has it.
Everybody doesn't have it. Who doesn't have
Pretty
it?
much. I mean,
Interactive Brokers
all the
doesn't.
major ones,
Interactive
all
Brokers
the major
doesn't. I
ones
don't think
are
Speed Trader
moving to it.
does. You know,
Well, the major ones, Ameritrade,
Schwab,
it,
E Trade. Those
Schwab,
three.
E-Trade. No, there's more now. There's a couple more that were coming out with it. Uh, I saw a couple more come out with it over the weekend also. And I think it's just kind of now it's you have selection.
Yeah.
Selection is not really a positive thing for one company.
Right.
Did you see what Robinhood came out with trying to combat this?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work though. They're trying to give people what is it like? What is it? 3%,
two
5%, two
two
percent?
2% 2% debit cards.
That's insignificant though, man. Why do you need that? I don't need that on Robinhood. You know, I don't want to. I don't
Uh,
want to. I mean, it's cool and
I
everything, but
mean,
like 2%.
you gotta give them at least a kind of acknowledgement for at least trying,
Right, they're
at least
trying.
trying to do something.
Right, but if there was a
That's
Robinhood,
trying to do something different.
if there was a Robinhood stock, I would short it because in the end, is what they're doing now going to be able to compensate for everybody saying Robinhood platform, Thinkorswim, Robinhood, Thinkorswim, both free commissions. I think you're gonna choose Thinkorswim every single time if you have a choice between platforms. Robinhood is like you stock trade with their platform, right? It's just at the same time though, if I'm trying to be objective here, I think that that does favor new traders. I think new traders are going to like trading on Robinhood more because it's easier. And so I will say that, and I do want to kind of clarify that if I'm trying to be objective, maybe that is where they'll have a some edge in that regard. But I think that once traders gain experience, I think if I was Robinhood, I would solely advertise for the brand new trader with free commissions, minimalist platform, easy to use. That's all I would do with Robinhood. And I think that's what they need to go for here. I think if they try to make
Yeah,
it too complicated and they try to compete with the big boy platforms, they're going to fail. But I think if they want to have a chance, they have to advertise strictly to the brand new trader that doesn't understand anything and market as a very easy to use platform with free commissions for the new trader. I think that's what they should do. If I was running Robinhood, that's what I would shoot for. And if they don't, if they like I said, if they try to compete with the big boy platforms, they're almost certainly going to fail. And so that's my take on it. I could be wrong. Uh, yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't. There's some that don't. Kay Gifford says cancer lawsuits for women. Says they were deceptively marketed pelvic mesh products that cause bleeding. Um, Kay Gifford says prescription painkiller issues. They are blaming Johnson & Johnson for a big role in the opioid crisis. I thought they were blaming Purdue. I know they're blaming Purdue for the opioid crisis. Lately, many stocks have popped on good earnings releases and failed because of lower guidance. Mitch is spot on. Yeah, for sure. ETFC doesn't make sense to me either. Fidelity. Is Fidelity free commissions? Tastyworks. Oh, yeah, Tastyworks.
Yeah, Fidelity went free commission also. That's another one that went free commission.
How does Tastyworks not have PDT rule? Oh, if you have a cash account, yeah. But again, you're going to have the T3 rule, or the T2 rule now.
All right, Levi on there, also on the down gappers, guys. Got a couple of retails on there. You got Levi, you got Gaps, you got Macy's, you got Lucky Brand, you got also American Eagle on there. Gonna watch the retail stocks today, see how they react with those news. Also, one that's a major stock that's on the down gap that I'm gonna be watching in the next couple of days is Caterpillar. We keep getting hit with bad kind of manufacturing news, mad service news, Catalyst, and then this one got a downgrade today, Caterpillar. So we'll watch that one, see what happens with that one. Let me see who was the one that downgraded Caterpillar. It was Morgan Stanley. They did it from the prior one was 150, and then they downgraded it to 145. So not the biggest downgrade, but also it went from overweight to equal weight.
Yep. All right, guys, we got 8 minutes.
One that I'm watching that's a brokerage also is PODD.
That's pretty
this
cool.
This one got a downgrade also.
That's pretty cool, Mr. Fishbone, if funds have been settling immediately. Because here's the thing, like I said, I might try to trade some penny stocks a little bit. Here, what was the last one you said, Mitch? My bad, I'll throw the chart up. What was the last one you said, Mitch?
PODD.
Okay. But yeah, that's interesting, Mr. Fishbone. He says the funds have been settling the next day with Tastyworks. Love it. Been a great fall this far. Like I said, I might look to trade some penny stocks this winter. And I'm debating on either like stock trade or just depositing money into like a cash account and just going long. I'm only going to be able to go long either way though. But I'll check out Tastyworks for that. Like I said, if I as long as I can trade penny stocks, because like I said, I like using TEFs and I'm going to continue to use TEFs. I think TEFs is, as a short bias trader like I am, I think TEFs is the only option for me. But if I want to trade penny stocks, I got to find another place to do that too. We got Rocket Ronnie talking about it's free. McDonald's best assets are being inexpensive in shelf life. 4-day-old burger is actually eatable. Yeah. Illuminati food.
All right, guys. Getting to that 9:23 time. Let's go ahead and let's look at the overall SPY news and watch how the overall market's moving. As we're starting to get some big movement in the SPY, let's start going over this.
Yeah, the last time I looked at the market, it was actually up on the day. It was up to 299.40. Mm-hmm. Since then, it's down to 298. We're getting some type of catalyst here.
Yeah, we have an ascending triangle in the SPY the last couple days. So what's going to end up happening with an ascending triangle is tighter and tighter consolidation and eventually a breakout or a breakdown, guys. So we need to watch important price points today to see if we get that breakout or breakdown.
Yeah, because I'll go ahead and read this. This is from 30 minutes ago. And it says, quote, and this is from MT Newswires. It says, U.S. stocks were struggling for a direction ahead of Friday's opening bell as China logged its weakest economic growth in nearly 3 decades. Dow futures inched up 0.08%, S&P futures were up 0.07%, and NASDAQ futures were up 0.01%. The Chinese economy expanded 6% in the third quarter, the slowest pace in over 27 years, according to the country's National Bureau of Statistics. Oil prices nudged higher with global benchmark Brent crude up 0.3% and U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude up 0.9% recently after data showed a drawdown in U.S. gasoline stocks. And so, yeah, that's it. We'll see what else we got here. You got anything else on the market on why it kind of turned down some now?
Me.
Yeah.
Uh, so what I would say, it's a lot of it is I think we're getting to that point where even the trade talk news are not giving us as much lift as they were. They help when the market's down, but what I've noticed is when we even get this positive trade news and we're near the top, we're not busting out through 300. So I think that's a really important price point, guys. We need to see the volume get back on the daily chart of the SPY.
Yeah.
So we need to see the big investors come back into the market. We have seen them come back here. Some real key is we need a spike like we got in July. At the end of July, we need that kind of volume spike. If you see the volume lately, it's all been down here. Let's say in the 89 million kind of area, 60 million. We need to see a spike of over 150 million to show me that the bulls are back in here. They're buying up 300 and the SPY is going towards that 310. If not, then it's going to be consolidation area. We still are consolidating. We're in an ascending triangle. The last, let's say, what we got here from the 8th. Yeah, from October 8th until now, 10 days, we've been just uptrending.
Yep.
But now it's slowly starting to kind of consolidate here between 300 and 298. Those are the price points I'm going to be watching, guys. I need to see the stock break out or break down through those levels with big volume to show me a direction.
Yep.
And I think a lot of the news is always right now, especially until the end of the year, is gonna be a lot of trade talks and watch on impeachment.
Right.
So the problem with the impeachment news is that no one's gonna know it's confirmed news until it's probably too late. So that's one thing I'll definitely put out there is that it's very, very hard to trade off the news right now.
Do you genuinely think they have room?
Flipped.
Oh, go ahead, man. My bad.
Yeah, you have flip news where it'll be positive one moment and the very next update is a really negative update, and so that's almost impossible to trade. It's like flipping a coin. We talk a lot of the times about flipping a coin, taking a flip coin trade. That's a lot of how the catalyst trading is right now. A lot of traders are trying to determine what Trump is going to do instead of what Trump is doing.
Look at this. Yeah, do you genuinely think they have like room to stand on with regard to the impeachment? Like I said, I'm not either way. I don't take sides with it. I'm just, like I said, I'm anti-politics. I'm kind of out of it, guys. So don't think I'm picking a side here. I'm just saying, do you think they have enough to impeach him? Because from what I've read, I don't think they do. I think that they're kind of blowing smoke after the whole Biden scandal thing. But like I said, I don't know enough about it, to be honest. I don't follow it enough. Just kind of speculation from the outside.
To not speculate on one side really or the other, I think what's really going on here is we're starting to get to a definition onto what our president can or cannot do. Okay? And so that's very important. A lot of what was released yesterday by the House press secretary was, hey, we always kind of influence foreign policy. We've done this plenty of times before. This isn't nothing new.
Yeah.
And so kind of a self-admittance that they did do that thing with Ukraine, but at the same time, if you look in the history of all the other presidents, this isn't the first time someone's used some power to get foreign policy to change.
Right.
So that's what I would at least go over. And I think that's really what we're having an issue here with is what can our president do with his power and what he can't. If we decide that what he did can't, then we should probably get the impeachment.
And that's going to be a standard. If we decide
what he did can happen, then we'll go ahead and have a new standard of the president and move from there.
All right, here we go, guys.
Let's do it, guys.
There's the bell. All right, team. So yeah, if you guys watched the SPY leading up to the bell, it was dropping substantially here. And actually at the bell, look at this big move here. We're getting a big move up. 298.90s. We just got a nice little rebound from 298.50. So we're back up to testing the 299 level in the SPY. And I do think there's some support and resistance there. But we're getting a very volatile SPY, honestly, right now. Look at this. It's up to 299, over 299 now. So very volatile here. Look at this. So maybe we'll get some volatility at the open. I'd be careful.
Biggest thing I'm doing, guys, is to take away the reaction to quick moves. I'm putting the SPY on a 1 hour chart. I normally have it on a 15-minute. Today it's going to sit on a 1 hour chart. Reason why, guys, I need to see the price points broken before I take a trade here. I don't want to react and just get caught in a whole bunch of chop.
Yeah. And
biggest one I'm seeing right now that we had a lot of stocks that had downward pressure in the pre-market, guys. The kind of what we call sell imbalance. So I'm looking for stocks to come down really quickly, and then we'll see if they hold at their support.
Yeah, I'm looking at
CGC is one.
ARWR,
CGC is dropping right
CGC.
now.
Yeah, I'm looking at ARWR, CGC. A lot of these are actually dropping. I'm trying to use the previous day's closing price as like a risk level there. That's like the goal here. So 36.60s is the previous close. So yeah, that's what I'm documenting here. Honestly, I got to get with Two-Way though. Two-Way had like a Thinkorswim code that would always document the previous day's close for me. CGC's right up there now though. It looks like a fade. It's too early for me with this one.
Yeah, a little part of me is trying to maybe attack a little bit quicker crossovers today, maybe attack an opening crossover. If I did, it would be right here in CGC. It would be to get it right here at 74s, 75s. The risk would be 2080 on
the
CGC.
Downside or upside?
Downside.
Yeah, I mean that would be
down.
That would be a fade. That would be
bullish
exactly a fade.
Bullish pre-market, and then breaking support, crossing over, coming back to the crossover area where you can measure a 1-to-1 risk, and then you take the trade down.
Yeah, I mean
that
would
worked out today.
Yeah, that's like yeah, that's exactly a VWAP fade though. It's funny. It's like it's almost the same strategy. If you look at the VWAP's at 74, and it just went up there, touched the VWAP, and then flushed. It's too early for me, but it's funny how like both the strategies are the same. Not the same, but sometimes they're the same, and they give you the same signals. Is the interesting thing. ARWR here, bouncing up there.
One of that things is it just like a lot of the times, guys, the trade that you trade is not the only trade that's happening.
Right.
There could be people doing the crossover. There could be people doing the VWAP fade. There could be people bag buying. And so that's one thing to remember, guys, that remember the market moves because overall what's happening, not because you're trading it to one strategy and it needs to remain in that one strategy.
Honestly, that might be a strategy of itself. You could look for the crossover and the fade to happen simultaneously and then take advantage of the added downward pressure, upward pressure on it, and just keep both of them up. I mean, that does kind of make sense. I would maybe try to backtest that after today. We'll see. I might help you with it. ARWR squeezing up. But yeah, we're getting a lot of volatility right now at the open, honestly.
So what you announced there is conditions, guys. Conditions. There's nothing like getting your defined conditions and what you want to see. I think that's very important. And some of the things that I'm trying to work on myself is getting to the point where I can really define what kind of stock I want to trade and what kind of stock I do not want to get into. Just completely avoid. Let's watch that ETFC a little bit. There you go, getting a little crossover here.
Yeah, you guys know me and my political stance on everything. It's mostly anti-politics. Like I said, my logic on politics is very simple. I see everybody talking about it in the chat. The more radical you get on either side, the less intelligent you are. And the reason I think that is because the more radical you get on either side, the more easily manipulated and the more gullible you are because of the media, which in turn, in my opinion, means you're probably less intelligent. And so I just stay out of it in general. I keep track of policies and stuff, but as for like political side, I'm not rooting for my side like it's my football team or anything. I'm just kind of ignoring it, you know. And again, I think if you're wrapped up to where you, I think if you're wrapped up,
FC coming down there.
if you're wrapped up to where you actually hate a politician, you kind of need to snap out of it and realize that the media is just kind of pushing you towards both sides, you know. But yeah, I'll change it. CGC, man, it's in a downward trend. It kind of faded once already. I'm also looking at Kron here. I was looking at ARWR, but it doesn't look to be as viable for me right now. Kind of looking at Kron. Maybe I'll take Kron here. Again, I'll probably take small size like I've been doing earlier and then go a little bit bigger. That's actually been working out a little bit better for me this week. And so we'll see what we get. Kind of like I've been in a little purgatory of break even lately. I'll watch CGC too, though. CGC breaking down. SPY is up slightly on the day now.
ETFC going down big there. That was a good one. ACB coming down there big also. Could watch maybe for that one to bounce back.
All right, I'm looking for CGC. It's starting to bounce. CGC, I could use a risk level of like 75 maybe. If it can get up there. Same thing with Kron. You win something?
Like I said, no, like I said, pre-market guys, just keep an eye on the SPY, guys. It's going up and down on my 1 hour. It went down, went up, came down, went up again. So I think just keep an eye on it. Try to make sure that if you are taking trades, make sure that it's not going to be so long, because I feel like unless the SPY really chooses a direction, you're going to have what we call short-term moves. So make sure that you're trading it within the time frame. Time frame matters a lot, guys, in your trades. So make sure that we're paying attention to it. SQ coming down there, pretty good amount. We'll watch that one to bounce back.
Yeah, I'm looking at I'm waiting for CGC to even get up to 60. E-Trade's up there at the VWAP. It's like right at the VWAP now. You could use a 41 risk maybe. AMD's pulling back to the VWAP here too. Maybe try to take a little VWAP bounce play. The market is up, and so maybe look for a small VWAP bounce play on AMD. Let me see if I can catch it. Man, I'm just going to jump in with 100 shares here for AMD. Small trade. That's all I got right now. Waiting for other stocks to move in my direction. There's AMD's immediate bounce back. Like I said, I'm just going to get in and out with this. I got to remember to sell. Yeah, I throw AMD up just so people can see it. Let's see. Like I said, guys, I'm trying to kind of take it slow at the open. Like, I'm not trying to take any crazy risks. I'm just going to kind of hang out and see if we can get a move up to 33s. We'll see, though. Can probably hold the rest about break even if I wanted to. Yeah, I mean, AMD works. I've been trading AMD for years, though. I mean, that's why I trade it. It bounces and it fades really nicely. Like even today, right? If I was taking bigger sizing, I could probably take profits on this one today. But you can see as soon as I get in, I get an immediate green trade. It's just an easy trade,
I'm laughing over here because MU just did the opposite.
Yeah. Well, they're competitors.
That's why it's hard to pairs trade sometimes.
Yeah, well, they're competitors.
Yeah.
Is why.
It almost looks like the exact chart just opposite.
Yeah. Which is, they're pairs trades, or not? They're not pairs trades. They're competitors, and so when one goes up, the other one might go down because, they go against each other. There goes. There's 30s. Let's see if we get a nice spike here on AMD. Maybe had a little bit of time to take profits there. I'm just gonna. There's 29s. See that high of the day break for AMD. Just a little baby trade. I'm still waiting for some other stuff, but the good thing about holding 100 shares is that I don't really. I mean, it's not that I don't care. It's that it doesn't really matter because my share size is so small. It's insignificant. SPY pulling back some. There's 30s again. Let's see if we get the spike over this high of the day here. It completely retraced that bottom. And then it gave it right back. So maybe getting a little bit of choppiness. What we're getting is the SPY pulling back here too. Maybe should have taken profits. I would have taken profits right there if I had bigger sizing. But I'll just hold this one break even. I'm kind of looking at CGC here as well. CGC starting. If it gets up another 10 cents, I'll take CGC here too.
Right. D. Looking to maybe get in here in AMD if I can get a pullback towards 31.18s.
Yeah, I mean, I got in that first VWAP bounce at 31.18 or so. Let me see what my entry is. It's probably right around there, honestly. It's pretty close, I think. It's 31.16s was my entry. So a little bit better, but same idea,
There you go. Still got it?
Yeah, I'm still holding it. It's 100 shares, small size, because it's the first 15 minutes of the day. But
it's all good.
Yeah.
Nail a good $30-$40, and then you can.
Yeah, we'll see.
Nice $30 or $40 trade. It's always nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think one of the things. I think it was Arrowette, if I'm not mistaken.
Arlette.
Arlette.
Yeah.
Arlette. Yes, Arlette, guys, in our Discord. Got to give a shout out to Arlette.
Yeah, I actually read that.
One of the things I definitely like is other traders helping other traders. That's really what we do this for, guys.
That's what
At the end of the day, we want all of you guys to have success. And seeing that kind of talk in the Discord, positive talk about having good risk management, understanding that trades a lot of the times need to be viewed as cents per trade instead of looking at it at share size. Because if you look at it at share size, I could make $100 off of 2,000 shares in 5 cents but that doesn't really show skill. I think what is more important to focus on is what we all need to try to focus on, which is cents per trade.
Right.
So if I'm risking 10 cents, I'm making 20 cents. And if you focus on the cents per trade, that really takes away a lot of the emotion. A lot of the emotions always tied to what we call the realized or unrealized amount. And so if you can focus on the cents per trade, you can go ahead and take away some of the emotion that hurts a lot of traders.
You guys want to see why I generally take profits at the previous high of the day on VWAP bounces? This is why. Because a lot of times we're going to get rejected there. And I'm getting close to the level where I might just exit this 100 shares. And yeah, I should have. There it goes. It is what it is. It's just 100 shares, you know. We'll give it one more shot.
I don't think it's wrong, bro.
What?
I don't think it's wrong not to sell there. You got the volume still in your direction. I think the thing you gotta just kind of get to is if you're gonna sell at the resistance.
Right. Well,
because
it's just
on the daily chart that is resistance.
It's just about whether I want to. It's really just about whether I want to hold it through a pullback down to the VWAP, because that's the next step, and then stick to my risk. So it's really about how safe I want to take the trade. If I want to risk maybe letting it turn into a loser, then I can hold through it. But I think if I'm taking any significant size, the previous high of the day is always going to be a huge resistance level. And as you can see exactly where it goes. It goes right up to 31.22. And again, look exactly where it's pulling back now to 31.20s. And so I think with the sizing I took, I think I probably shouldn't have been greedy and just jumped out. With bigger sizing, I could have taken a partial. But hey, it's 100 shares. I would have made like $12, and so it's not the end of the world either way. But I think a lot of the time, especially with the market, we're gonna get a big reversal now. If you look at the market's pulling underneath, and so I think that's really. I think this is why I take profits at the previous high of the day, because you can see exactly where it went. It goes right up there to 31.32, exactly where that previous high of the day was, and then got rejected immediately there.
It sounds bad, but I really wanted to buy it there at 31.18s.
Right, and that's where that's a good buy. I think it's just a VWAP bounce. It's just about whether it continues or if it stays parallel.
Yeah, I agree.
Because here we go. Here's the pullback, and again, we'll see what happens. But if the market bounces up here, it's great. I could add to it here. If I wanted to, look, I could add to it here just to show you guys that you can do that. So I'm in with 200 shares now, and the market's ripping up.
Got in there with 200 shares also on that pullback.
Just a small trade, and then I'm looking at CGC here as well. CGC, I'm gonna jump in with 100 right now just to kind of hang out with my 100 shares on CGC. And we'll see if we get a VWAP fade for this one.
There you go. Nice recovery there so far.
Yep. Like I said, it's just about whether I want to hold it through a bounce to the VWAP. That's the big thing. Do I want to hold it through that or that pullback to the VWAP, or do I want to be safe and take profits early? Either way is fine, I think. But it just depends on how much you want to risk it going against you.
All right. This next 5-minute candle for me is going to be very important, guys.
SPY ripping up, which is
where this next candle opens. If it opens above 31.24, that's going to be a great sign for us. One that I like that's coming back up is CGC, but I'm not sure where the VWAP is on that one.
Yeah,
I can only see the 50.
I just took CGC.
Oh, there you go. That's probably why it came into my head.
Yeah, I just took CGC. Just 100 shares.
Subconscious heard you.
Right, it's a small trade, but it looks like a fade. And the good thing about AMD is that the SPY's ripping up. That's really what's beneficial here. And then there goes CGC down some too, so really good there. We'll see if we get up a little bit more here for AMD so I can take some profits is ideal. Market's ripping up, which is good, but
I think what you were right in your analysis of taking that profit was the risk to reward.
Right.
I don't know how much you decided to risk in the trade to begin with, but I think you were at the reward mark, and I think that's what we need to focus on. If we're there at that 2-to-1, and we feel that we feel that the reversal is coming, it's okay to take the profit, because even at a 2-to-1, you're still sticking to a good risk and reward. You're still sticking to a good mathematical advantage. So
Right,
it's
for
more
sure.
than fine taking profits at that level.
Right, for sure. Sorry, I got something in my eyes, guys. Ugh. All right, CGC squeezing back up, but again, such a small size that I'm still slightly up on the day. It's just kind of a. I'm honestly, it's not that I'm not taking these trades seriously. It's just that I'm taking them slow. Um, I really like CGC here. Actually, I might add a little bit more. It just depends on if it gets rejected here or not. 55s. I do think we have the $half there that we got to take into consideration. But let's see. There's 27s.
All right, guys, have an order out here to sell 100 shares at 31.30s. So if we get a spike up to the high, I want to get out some of it and keep the rest of it.
Yeah, that's
Here
probably
comes
what I'm
that
going to do too.
spike I'm expecting
All right, I'm going to get out here.
to.
I got out with 100 there. Tapped that 29 level quick. And so I got out for a small
All right,
trade
guys. Yeah, I got out there in the 2029 also.
there. Yep, me too.
Take that. Let's look for the breakout there. If we get the volume to increase, that's going to show the significance of breakout. That's what I want to see. I want to see volume jump in here at the 31s and 32s.
Yep. Yeah, I'm holding CGC still. It's going against me a little bit more, but my risk is 68 for that one, which we're pretty close to now. Kron was actually a better fade, though. But yeah, like I said,
Yeah, MU
AMD,
first. So
AMD a perfect example. Like I said, it's just about whether I wanted to risk it coming back down to the VWAP, which is exactly where it did. And so I was kind of spot on with that. It's just about, with the sizing I'm using. All right, there goes CGC starting to break out on the upside. I think I got to get out. What am I short? Yeah, I'm out. But exactly break even on the day after this AMD trade.
I like this TOL, but I can't trade it because I'm not doing the fade.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, come back to the dark side, bro. The fade works. It's just one thing you gotta
I'll come back.
You gotta trade it in the direction of the market itself, right? So like AMD bounces work. Obviously, you're in a bounce right now, right? Or are you in a crossover right now? Because I'm in a bounce right now.
Crossover.
Oh, so we're in two exactly.
I'm in a crossover.
Oh well, we're in two different strategies, but we're trading it exactly the same, which is interesting.
You see that, right?
Yeah.
It's important to acknowledge, guys. One of the key things there, guys, to acknowledge is that the levels are still holding and the volume is still holding. That's why we both see it bullish. It's not just one person that's seeing it bullish. So that shows you that multiple people are seeing multiple strategies and here bullish. Another strategy that could have been used on AMD was the classic 9 EMA pullback strategy. We actually have a class on that strategy, and this is also what happened on AMD. You got a breakout, pull back to the 9 EMA, an ability to measure the risk off of that breakout. So you could have held to a 31.14, got in on the 9 EMA at 31.17, risk a 3-cent trade just to get back up there 10 cents, and you could have got up there and sold some 31.28s and sold some at 31.32s.
Yeah, K. Gifford said that trading
as at 10 and 12 cents.
K. Gifford said that trading AMD is like trading an algo. I definitely disagree. I mean, if you look at it, like even look at the trades today, right? The trades today were just VWAP bounces. And if you look at the range, this is why I trade AMD every day, is because it goes up, it bounces beautifully off the VWAP. The SPY, if you look at the SPY, it did not bounce off of the VWAP as nicely as this one did. And so AMD actually trades against the SPY some days. It might be an algo trader, like there might be a lot of algorithms in this one, but the algos might be trading the same strategies that I do, because most of the time AMD is pretty favorable for me with at least VWAP bounces and fades. Not always though. Sometimes sometimes they don't work, but nothing's gonna work 100% in trading. Looking at Kron here, it's starting to go up. Let me see. Yeah, don't stress it, James. You'll bounce back, brother. About break even on the day though. Small
Yeah,
day so far.
yeah. What I'm talking with James about is something that we talked about when he was here in person. Um, one of the things I kind of was able to show him on charts by just showing charts is that the support is real, guys. If you go off of support and resistance, that's going to always be the best way to trade, guys, because we've seen it time in and time out play out. And I think
Yep.
that's what James is acknowledging here is he he had a great idea to take Roku off that 136, but the reason it doesn't happen a lot of times is it is like I put in the chat. Sometimes it may not seem possible that a move is going to bounce back all the way to the resistance, but that's always going to give you the best probable entry. I think
Right.
that's what's important to understand, guys, is the best probable entry is usually the best. It doesn't mean that it's 100% right or going to work out 100% of the time, but you got to try to find the best probable entry. And I think in the long run, James has taken some of these trades and he's seen it. And then I think even the day of that we were together, we saw these trades happen, you know? And this is why we do what we do, guys. This is why we're here every single day and trading live in front of you guys, is so that you guys can see how our psychology works and how we get into trades. Not only our complete strategy, but how we always
You're breaking up.
board.
You broke up the last 5 seconds, maybe. You
All
there?
right, guys. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, there you go.
I don't know. My internet probably gave out a little bit there. But yeah, guys. So one of the biggest things we're working on is always trying to show you guys our psychology and how we attack our complete system and always trying to get a mathematical advantage. Because without a mathematical advantage, then I can take 5 trades, can be green on 5 trades. But if I go in on the next trade, go all in and just lose, it's not worth it, guys.
Right.
Too many traders are not understanding that it's not necessarily about one trade. It's about a string of trades and taking that consistency with you in every trade, that risk and reward management that you need in every single trade, not
Right.
just one.
And remember, guys, to hit the subscribe button, we day trade live for free every weekday morning. And so if you guys want to watch us day trade, we do this live. We break down the strategies we use. We break down all the different stuff that we do here in trading. And so if you want to see what it's actually like for traders in the market, we're not experts here. We're not gurus. We genuinely just teach you the stuff that we learn along the way. And a lot of it is profitable stuff. And so if you appreciate this free content, hit the subscribe button, click the bell. I know we just got a new sub. Appreciate the sub. Brother, welcome to the team, man. Appreciate the sub, guys. And like I said, guys, hit the subscribe button. If you want a notification every single time we go live, click the bell. It turns on notifications. Once you hit the subscribe button, you can click the bell and then be notified every single time we go live. With AMD here, you can see this level I drew out at 3126. I think that's a big support and resistance level, and that's the big level I'm watching. I'll let it test this new low here at 3125, but if it breaks under 3125, I'm just going to bail out of this one. So we'll see. I'll give it that time. I'm also looking at Roku here. If Roku can bounce up to the VWAP here, I might add a small position as like a little feeler trade here for Roku. Whoa, what happened there? There it goes. Whoa.
Ooh.
There it goes.
Continuation and drop in Netflix, guys. It dropped yesterday, dropping today, guys. Has the volume to keep going at the open. Interesting one to watch. Netflix. A lot of people are calling this one to get down underneath even maybe 200 by the end of the year. So if you look at that
fade on
gap
Netflix, man.
completely rejected. Yeah, that's what I was trying to pay attention to it today. Reason why, guys, it worked. Volume short again at the open. When you get a stock that it has already pushed down so much, you need to see the volume get in at the open and head in the same direction as the trend was heading. And that's what you got here. As soon as the open came, they just smacked the bid. They smacked the bid and knocked it through that 290. It bounced up for a second, but it was a wick all that 290 just got absorbed, and it just brought it right back down to the 285 mark.
Yep.
Interesting stock though, for sure. One of the things with Netflix, their earnings actually looked good, but the thing with Netflix that you got to always look at is subscriber rate, guys. If their subscriber rate is not increasing, the confidence in Netflix is usually lower. And so that's what you got here, guys. Subscriber rate actually didn't increase. And so with that, you're getting a pullback. All right, I'm gonna keep holding this AMD as long as it holds 31.22s. It can wick down to 31.20s, but not letting it go and get past that 31.20.
Yeah,
I don't know how you're
mine's a
taking
little
your
bit
approach
tighter.
on this, but
Mine's 31. Mine's this new low here at like 31.24s or so, like 31.24s. I'll let it test that level, but I'm just gonna jump out if it does. I was looking for Roku, I missed it. But yeah, I just think there's a lot of like support and resistance. If you look at my chart here, like there's a lot. 25 is the quarter dollar as well, and I think 25 makes sense too. So I'm just gonna let it test around this area, maybe play this one by ear.
no, no worries. I'm playing it off the 9 EMA, watching the 9 keep ticking up. As long as it keeps ticking up and getting closer to the stock, I'm feeling good. If it starts clicking down is when I'll start feeling like, hey, look at the support of the stock. If it breaks that support, I got to get out.
Yeah, I'm about to jump
Like
out.
right here, we started to tick.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom anyway, so
Yep.
I just jumped out real quick. But yeah, I gotta go to the restroom, guys. It might actually bounce here though, Mitch, because if you look, the VWAP's higher. I just gotta go to the restroom. So yeah, look at the VWAP at 31.20. So it might actually bounce here, Mitch. But I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom. This coffee, man.
Following
this
the
coffee.
9 EMA, guys. If you want, you can put me up. I don't know.
Oh yeah, man, I got you. Hold on. Here, let me throw you Mitch up real quick.
I was just
These bathroom
saying.
breaks, man, for coffee. You're breaking up a little bit though. Just giving you a heads up. I can't really hear you. If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. There you go. Say something. I can hear you now.
All
Vaguely.
right. Better?
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Like I said, I'm going to the restroom real quick. Here's Mitch.
All right, guys. That absorbed the 9 EMA there, guys. So what's going on, traders? I don't know if you can hear me well, but taking this trade and holding on. Don't want to see it crack down below 23s here, as it held that 21 there, and I wanted to just make a new candle and head up towards that 32. Hey, Nug, I'll take a look at it, Gifford. Let's see the Nug. All right, I'll keep an eye on the Nug. Yeah, no worries, stocks. We're about to get out of here at AMD if this doesn't absorb right here. Out. Break even on the rest, guys. All right, guys, gonna look for another trade here, guys. You guys got the crossover here, buyback area here. Sold some up here at 28. Maybe could have sold at 32s, but looking for the breakout to extension. Didn't get it. It stopped me out, break even. That's for me. I got the crossover on that JNUG for you at least. So that's looking good. Let's see if I can trade JNUG with you. Let's see, Gifford, if I can get it. This one has a big spread, 10-cent spread.
All right, team. I am back. You got out of AMD?
Yeah, came back.
Yeah. It's interesting though how we both kind of traded
Stop me
that one
out,
the
Breaky.
same. Well, we both kind of traded it the same with different strategies. And what happened though, I don't think it was. What happened is the market. If you look at the market, that thing quickly reversed.
Yeah, market's just faking people out. I talked about it pre-market, guys. It still hasn't broken the levels that we needed to see. Hasn't broken above 299.50s and hasn't broken below 298.35s, but we really need to see 298s crack.
I might get
So,
stubborn with
I think that's
CGC.
the biggest thing. I can't blame you with it. I can tell
CGC
you that
doesn't look
much.
bad.
Can't blame.
Well, CGC doesn't look bad right here.
Before you got back, I was looking at it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
I
going to
was
jump in with
watching it.
100 shares and just take this one slow. Maybe get in with a little bit more. I like the rejection now because it looks weaker. Once it goes all the way up here, and if you look at Kron was coming down too. And so I think I just took the wrong one. Maybe I should look at Kron more, but we'll trade it small for now. Take my swings a little bit later on, like I always do.
I'm looking at this JNUG. I got a cross here,
Isn't
but I
that
would
a-
need to get in at 59.90s or 60s.
Isn't that a natural gas stock, though?
I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it. It's gold.
Gold, okay. Yeah.
That's that gold.
I mean, market goes down. Gold
Trying to
might
get that
go up.
gold today.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think what it is here is just a strictly technical play.
Right.
Gifford called it out. I'm looking at it. I see it cross over. The only thing that makes sense is 59.90s or 60s. I did get 59.90s for a second there, but the spread is big in this one, guys. You got to be careful. You can't just slam on the bid whenever the spread is separated by 10 cents.
Right.
You have to pay attention to where you're going to get in. I think that's one thing that let's make very, very important, guys. You guys see us taking market orders, but the only reason we do that is because we know where we are attacking. We don't just kind of randomly just get in when the spread is 10 cents wide
No,
and
we
then
have
jump
to watch
in
the
with
spread.
a market order.
Right.
So
That's
I think
very
that's
important.
very important to call out.
And most of the time, like people have asked me before, most of the time I look specifically for low or for small spread stocks. Those are the only ones that generally work for me. I'm going to set a pretty tight risk here at 62 or 63 with this little baby CGC trade that I'm in right now. But yeah, most of the time I'm looking for small spread stocks. Honestly, CGC is about the tightest or the biggest spread that I'll take. You know, I don't really trade spreads bigger than CGC most of the time. And if I do, I trade it with very small size because again, you're going to get squeezed much more, and the spread is ultimately going to be less favorable for you. Sorry, I'm trying to pay attention to this CGC trade. But most of the time, that's why you'll see me trade stocks like AMD or like stuff like that, is because the spread's tight. The spread's 1 cent with those a lot of the time. All right, but yeah, this is a fake out fade for CGC if you guys are wondering what I was kind of talking about with this. But
Yeah, the risk and reward on that one was 30 cents for 30 cents there at 59.90s. Risking for a move to 59.60. And then, reward was 59.60. The risk would be 60.20. And so it was there, but it was very hard to trade because of the spread. I never got it to sit there at 59.90. It was sitting there at 59.80. and then it doesn't make logical sense to go for a trade that I'm going to risk 40 cents to look for a 30-cent reward.
Yeah, I got out of
It
my
doesn't make sense, guys.
I got out of the CGC one. I was looking for a quick rejection there, and it just didn't give it to me. So small loss. What am I down? I lost like what, $22.
I like the trade though, Gifford. Way to put it out there.
Looking at Roku, if Roku pulls back there, maybe. But yeah, there goes CGC squeezing up to the 70s. I don't know if I would have held it past that level, so probably good. But again, I'm down $30 on the day. We're just trading small. Well, I'm gonna take some swings, but it's not gonna be right now. We're gonna wait until I get like an A+ setup, and it needs to be an A+ setup because right now I'm just kind of hanging out with small size.
That is without a doubt.
Let me fix this. This green screen filter, man, it never can be quite right, man. It's never quite right. There we go. That's a little bit better. I can kind of see through the top of my head, but that's okay. Yeah, there goes CGC squeezing up. Maybe CGC wasn't the right one to trade today. Maybe Kron was better. I mean, Kron was better, but hindsight's 20/20 in trading. And I think what we're getting is just the SPY. It hasn't been a bad week. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been a bad week up until today. I think every day I've ended up in gross profit, but 2 of those days I actually ended down in net profit. Let's look. Like, I'll just upload this last week so you guys can see, or this week so far here at least. We look at trades views. Like I said, if we look at this, I think you guys can see that, right? Let me make sure you guys can see it. Yeah, you guys can see it. Okay, so this last week, what was the start of the week? The 14th? Yeah, it was the 14th. Okay, so we'll delete all of these up until before the 14th. There we go. All right, and so we'll delete these. Yes, 13 trades. So I've taken 13 trades this week. And so you saw me delete these, and then I'll go to my trader view here. You guys should be able to see this as well. Go to historical data. We're just going to upload this last week. Starting on the 14th. We'll just put this last week. And then we can go upload it again. You see upload. Here, let me make this bigger so you guys can see it a little bit better. See, I'm uploading. Alright, so first of all, you saw me delete those. And then we can go to this last week. Everybody can see it says this last week right here. Upload. Refresh. Refresh. Alright, and so as you can see, mostly this week I've ended up in gross profits. Let me look at my chart specifically. So yeah, so every day this week I've ended up in gross profits. Just the problem is after commissions, some of these sizes were very big, and some of these, let me get this started here. So yeah, this week has been nothing but green in gross profits. But because I took some unnecessary risks, it's been red a lot of these days. So like, look, you can see the sizing I took in some of these trades. 14,000, 22,000, just unnecessary risks. And so because of that, my commissions were so much that I was down in net. So right around break even, I'm assuming. There goes Roku here. I might start to add a little bit to Roku. But yeah, that's my week so far. Not a bad week. It just means that I need to scale up and I need to stay up and maybe trade some more expensive stocks. Because I'm going to start getting in with like 20 shares here on Roku. Maybe start to trade some more expensive stocks because that way I'll be able to take less shares and subsequently pay less in commission while having the same type of gains, hopefully. That's at least my logic behind it. We'll see. Don't mind adding another 20 shares with the risk in Roku up to 50, 40 something. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll add another 15 shares up here. It's right around where I want to get in. Alright, I added another 15 shares. I'm in with 35 shares, so just a small trade. And again, I mean, you guys see me upload that live, so it's like, yeah, this week's been okay, but I've been taking a lot of risks, and you know, it's kind of it's been tough because I've been using big size to get me out of kind of the holes I was in, and I've been I've been able to kind of rebound, which gives me some confidence as a trader. Like I've been able to rebound some, but in the end, you know, beautiful drop here for Roku. I'm gonna take half off here. Beautiful drop with 35 shares. Beautiful. Rebounded me almost completely on the day now. All right, I got out of there. Quick little scalp trade with 35 shares on Roku, so I made about 30 bucks real quick. I'm basically break even on the day. Beautiful fade. Was watching Roku all day. Got the drop that I was looking for with small size, and that will barely be any commissions. That might be like $5 in commissions, so not bad. But yeah, remember guys to hit that subscribe button. Nailed the fade real quick on Roku. But yeah, like I said guys, remember to hit the subscribe button. We do this live for free every day, and like one of the ways, like, you know, Mitch and I show you guys everything, and we can, because we're not experts or gurus here, guys. Like, we're not experts or gurus. We generally just teach you what we learn along the way. And so hopefully you guys can learn from some of the stuff we do right, and maybe from some of the stuff we do wrong. But again, whoa, look at DERM, guys. DERM ripping up here. If you could trade it, I know this one used to be tradable. I doubt the volume has been high enough lately for it to still be tradable for us. But DERM, oh, it is tradable. DERM is moving, Mitch, and it's tradable. So look at DERM, guys. DERM. Huge move. Big run. But yeah, like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. Remember to hit the sub button. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. We go live every weekday morning for free and attack the open for free every weekday morning, team. So hit the sub button. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. Look at DERM, though, guys. This one is up huge. Huge. This one has moved. In the last few minutes, this one's moved $1, you know, and it's a $7 stock. So crazy, crazy move here. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. All right. But, man, look at that move. Did Mitch walk away? Mitch, you muted, bro? I don't hear you, man. Look at DERM. There it goes. Just another rebound. Break the highs of the day here for DERM. It's up to 830s. Look at DERM go, man. Crazy, crazy move. Huge move. It's up to 840s. DERM's big runner here. A big runner. Thank you, Trade Ideas. And shout out to Trade Ideas for showing me this stock. That's one of the benefits of using Trade Ideas, is that it allows you to do a lot of different stuff. And so I'll post the Trade Ideas link. If you sign up through Trade Ideas through us, it's a great way to help support our channel. And you can also get 15% off of their packages by going through my link. And so if you use BT15, you can use 15. You can get 15% off. Best scanners in the game. If you look at all the top traders, most of them are using Trade Ideas, and they're doing that for a reason, because there's a big edge to be found with Trade Ideas. And so again, there's the link if you want to check them out. But yeah, crazy, crazy moves here for DERM. Man, huge move. Yeah, Kron is just sketchy. It ended up fading back down like I thought it might, but... Pull back here in DERM. It's back down to $8. Oh, and if anybody ever wants to get beat at Madden Mobile, let me know. We could play some Overdrive. You'll get beat from the Saints in Madden. All right. All right, team. This is my day so far. Kind of a break-even day. Kind of got stubborn. Took 2 trades on CGC. About 2 wins, 2 losses, I think, today, right? But yeah, look at DERM, team. Huge move. What happened to the chat? Is the chat broken? Nobody's talking. It's like silence. Let me catch back up in the chat. Yeah, I mean, I'm using good risk management, Heat. You talking about me, man? Honestly, guys, I mean, I think I'm pretty pretty objectively wimpy when it comes to like taking trades and using risk management. Like I'm generally pretty spot on with my risk management. Not always, of course. Nobody's 100%, but I think I'm pretty careful and safe with my trading. Like I said, I mean, I've built this account up and grown this account. Been stuck in the $500 profit level for a little bit, but I built this account up well, and okay, chat works. Okay, good. Yeah, everybody's quiet, man. I was feeling lonely over here, man. How do I feel about FedEx versus Amazon? Yeah, let me look up the news for DERM. Crazy move, though. All right, DERM is up after the company said it presented a phase 2B study of some type of biodrug in patients with atopic dermatitis. Their biodrug demonstrated dose-dependent improvements across endpoints spanning the range of atopic dermatitis signs and symptoms, including skin lesions and pruritus, when administered once every 2 to 4 weeks, the company said, and quote, and this is from Dow Jones Newswire, so positive results for DERM for one of their topical, atopical creams, I guess. We'll see what happens with it, but crazy move. Yeah, no worries, James. All right, Roku's back up there. Now, I could short back into it. I don't want to take too much risks and go kind of crazy here with this one. But it is right back up to where I entered it before. And I didn't mind that shear size. That shear size made it so that I could be okay. And I don't mind Roku here. Let's take it with 30 shares. Oh, no, not after this move, no. I'm really debating on whether I want to take it here. I just think it's going to get squeezed up so much here. It looks strong. It just broke this high. But it might run into some resistance here at the 137 level. We'll see. Here's 85s, 90s. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to take the second one on Roku. I was thinking about it until it broke this high right here. This high right here at 136.70 kind of made it a no-go for me. Just too squeezy after that point. What did MU do? I'm still watching ARWR now, and that one might be a little VWAP bounce that I might get interested in here for ARWR. I like the big risk there for. I like the small risk, tight risk for ARWR. I'm thinking about a VWAP bounce in that one. Now, if Roku gets rejected and comes back down to say 136.30 or 136.50, I'm gonna be much more interested in it. Yeah, Mitch is saying that he's got to go. Something. He's got to get off for some reason. So Mitch is heading out, team. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, K Gifford though, I've got 240,000 in buying power. I don't really need any more, to be honest. I think if I had more, I wouldn't ever use it. You know, I barely use the buying power I have now. You know, because like I said, I'm a big wimp. Yeah, Mitch is up $9 today. Small win. There's his chart. But yeah, he says he's got to head out, so I think he's heading out. All right, guys. So yeah, we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get with share size right now. I'm just waiting. Like I said, I'm looking at maybe ARWR here with like a small size. Let me see if I can get in with like what's my range here. Not too bad. Like 20 shares, small. Limit order. All right, jumped in really quick. 20 shares. Gonna see if we get a ride up to like here. I just think we got a lot of resistance underneath us now. We've got this here. We've got this level here. And so we'll see if we can get a bounce for ARWR. There's the bounce. Maybe took a little bit too small of sizing maybe here. But there's the bounce that I wanted. Again, this is a long-term hold. Yeah, I mean it's K Gifford. It's hard for them to switch the prices around. I'm sure, but the way they do it works. Like I think, yeah, the way they do it works. Yeah, I mean I'm like I said, I'm pretty safe with risk management. I mean sometimes I'm not. Of course, I always kind of get impulsive, and I think everybody ends up making mistakes sometimes with their trading, and I think that's normal, and I think that's inevitable. But for the most part, I'm pretty risk adverse, and I try to protect my account pretty safe, you know. AMD dropping down here. Just kind of hanging out. The SPY is what I'm really watching. The SPY is not necessarily picking a trend, and so it's probably not the best day to go big. But like I said, I will try to take some big sizing eventually this morning. We'll see when. But right now, I'm just kind of waiting for a good setup. Don't see anything I really, really love or anything, but we're just waiting. Derm. Yeah, Derm might be a little VWAP bounce. The only issue is that it's so volatile right now that I'm scared about halts and getting stuck. I could take like 20 shares of it, but again, I'm kind of scared of getting halted out of that stock. And kind of crazy risk there. With that said, though, look at AMD. AMD is just tanking here with the market dropping. So AMD is tanking. Market's dropping some. But there it goes. Market's hitting lows here. This might actually influence ARWR because it's not a cheap stock. There's the drop. I could add to this, is what I'm considering. But with the market dropping, it might not be the best thing. I might just need to be patient with this and not push too much. And like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this for free every day, for free on YouTube. So if you want to watch us again tomorrow, we hope you'll join us. Hit this, or not tomorrow, Monday. Hit the subscribe button. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. If you want to watch us again Monday, hit the sub button, click the bell. We'll go ahead and buy another 20 shares of this. See if we get a move back up here. But yeah, if you guys want to see what it's actually like day trading the market, you know, we do it live for free every day on YouTube. And so, yeah, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. All right, K Gifford, have a good day. Have a good weekend, brother. Yeah, y'all have a good weekend, man. We're just hanging out right now. We're waiting for some moves here, trading small until then. Looking for a VWAP bounce here, but don't know if we're going to get it or not. Risk is 13, so very small. We got AMD breaking under. I think that's the previous day's close, too. I think it's the previous day's close. No, it's not. It's actually the low of the opening range. We'll see. Alright, so the bid is now down to 30s here for ARWR. But again, I'm only one with 40 shares. What else we got? MU, maybe? Maybe. I just like the support right here, to be honest. I like the support. I think the likelihood of a bounce right here is high, but I think it, especially with this confirmation under 33. But again, it could rip down. I'm in with small size, but I'm just kind of waiting. There's the rip. I mean, this is right where my risk is, so we'll give it a chance to test, but if it fakes me out, or if it squeezes me out, I'm just going to have to bail out, which is fine. Kept it pretty small, about as small as I could. Out. Yeah, it squeezed me out. Unfortunate, but small trade. $20, well, like a $15 loss. And so, yeah, I'm waiting for some other stuff. Glad I got out there, though. Look at this drop. I'm waiting for some other stuff. We're just going to see what we can find here today. I'm keeping it pretty small. I know I said I would go big, but I got to find good setups to go big, and I'm not seeing much. And so I think it's actually a good lesson on sometimes going big is the wrong move, and you can't just force it every day. We had somebody in Discord the other day. Oh, we got to do story time today as well, right? Yeah, I mean, Durham's breaking underneath the VWAP. If I was in it, I'd give myself a super tight risk of, like, right here. And I would be out immediately. Yeah, I mean, Durham is super extended here. I could probably take these headphones off. But yeah, so we're looking at some stuff, but for right now, I might just close it down, try to get some, if I do trade again, just record it and upload that video this weekend. I'm also going to be uploading a good class this weekend as well. On parabolic moves, hot sectors, and sympathy plays. So we'll be uploading that class this weekend for free on YouTube. And so be on the lookout for that. It'll probably be uploaded tomorrow, and then maybe Sunday I'll upload something else. And so be on the lookout for that. Like I said, guys, hit the subscribe button. I wanted to take big size, but if I don't see anything, I don't see anything. Durham looks all right, but it's not a stock that I feel okay with risk reward wise. So SPY's breaking lows, so maybe Roku short here if it gets up to 70s. Looks interesting. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we get. I'll let you guys know. Oh, we do have to do story time. I forgot. Story time. There goes Roku. I was looking for that drop. I don't know about story time today. I gotta think of a story. My wife might be here. Let me go grab my wife. She might be able to come on stream. Let me ask her. I'll be right back. Well, guys, my wife's not coming on stream today. Unfortunately. There goes Roku, though. I wanted Roku. The market's tanking here, team. The market's tanking. I guess I could do story time. It's just going to be a quick story about one time how I got bit by a dog. And had to get a tetanus shot. And so, one day, I was at my grandmother's house in Mandeville, Louisiana. My other grandmother, not my Mimi and Walker in the country, in Mandeville, which is kind of like, I don't know. It's in Louisiana. It's kind of like a small town in Louisiana. And so, I was in Mandeville, and I was outside, and I used to skateboard a lot. My friends and I would always, my cousin and I would always go outside skateboarding and having fun and stuff or whatever. And one day there was this dog and this lady, a lady and a dog walking down the street. Lady and I think it was a golden retriever is what it was. He was either, I think it was I'm pretty sure it was a golden retriever. And so this lady and this dog are walking down the street. And they walk up to me being like, I must have been like 11, skateboarding outside as an 11-year-old kid. And this lady walks up to me with the dog, and this is a big dog, and I go to pet the dog, and the dog just chomps down on my hand, just bites my hand. My hand starts bleeding everywhere. The lady takes off. She just rolls out, man. She just rolls out, runs and everything. Dog's running, she just takes off running. Just, she's gone. And I'm just kind of like, what? Like, what just happened, man? Like, what just happened? Like, the dog seemed nice, Maybe as an adult now, looking back on it, I probably should have let it smell my hand and, like, approach the dog in, like, a reasonable way. Because to me, to that dog, I was just a stranger. So I'm not even mad at the dog. Like, he just didn't like me. Bit my hand started bleeding. And so I go inside, and honestly, I didn't even think much of it. I just kind of put a Band-Aid on it myself and, like, went on my way. I think I went to go play Nintendo 64. I went to go play GoldenEye. And my Aunt Debbie comes out. My aunt's like, John, you just got bit by a dog. And I said, yeah, I cleaned it up and put a Band-Aid on it. And she's like, no, you got to go get a tetanus shot. And so, yeah, I went to the doctor, got a tetanus shot, and the end. That's end of story time for the day. That's story time for the day. The end. I got bit by a dog. Never know what happened to the lady, man. That lady just darted off, man. That lady was gone. She was like, no, I'm not getting sued today, Still, to this day, I don't know where she was, Legend has it, the golden retriever and that lady are still running to this day, That's my story time. Alright, back to stocks. We'll see what we can find. I mean, not loving anything right now. I'll probably just close it down, team. Can't force it if there's nothing there. I know I said I would trade, big today, but if I don't see anything I really like, I'm just not going to trade, But with that said, we'll be putting out a lot of good classes this weekend. A lot of good classes. And so hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. We go live every day for free on YouTube. And so let me exit out of this real quick. Yeah, we go live every day for free on YouTube. So if you want to watch this to see what it's actually like day trading, click the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single day. We will have a few videos to put out this weekend. I'll be uploading a class probably tomorrow on parabolic moves, sympathy plays, and hot sectors. And so check that out. I'm done for the day as well. My son had a field trip today that I'm about to go visit him with my wife. And so we're going to go do that today, guys. So again, hit the subscribe button, click the bell. If you want to catch the free class that we're going to be uploading tomorrow, hit the subscribe button, click the bell. Again, it should be tomorrow morning is probably when we'll upload it. If you want to watch us day trade every day, we do it live for free every weekday morning. We day trade the open for you every weekday morning. Maybe I'll trade again some more. Maybe I won't. If I do trade, I'll be sure to post my trade log and all of that stuff to Discord so you guys know I'm not faking it if I do get into a trade after the stream. And I'll post this link here as well if you want to join our Discord to kind of follow along. There's our Discord link, guys. Yeah, Fridays are always slow, and that's why I'm not pushing it too much. But all right, team, have a good day. We'll see you all a little bit later. And yeah, that's it. I'll try to think of a better story for story time. I'm going to run out of stories, though, in all honesty. I'll probably run out of stories eventually. But yeah, guys, good luck. I'll see you all. I'll see you for the class tomorrow. Like I said, we'll be uploading a class tomorrow morning. We'll be uploading another video on Sunday. And if I do trade today, I'll post that live trade video on Sunday for you guys to check out. But yeah, good luck, guys. We'll see you a little bit later. And yeah, have a good day, team. Oh yeah, hit the subscribe button. Click the bell. Wait, let's see where we're at. Let's try to break our subscriber goal here. I think our goal was 14,230. We're at 14,220. So that means we've gotten 20 subscribers today. And we need 30. So let's hit the subscribe button, team. We do this live for free every day. Click the subscribe button. I know I didn't trade big today, but I'll probably end up trading big Monday of next week, depending on how it all goes. So if you want to see what it's actually like, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. I know we got a lot of good subs today. Kalori, appreciate the sub. Sue, Reginaldo, appreciate the sub, guys. Nick, welcome to the team. Hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We're not experts or gurus here. Everything we put out there is free. We don't charge for anything. We literally just day trade, let you watch us, teach you what we learn along the way. We're the only people on YouTube that really does this live, that actually shows you our account balance. Honestly, guys, if you look at everybody else on YouTube, most of them are not streaming every day. They're just saying, look how much money I make, but they're not actually showing you that, or they are hiding their broker. They're just showing you charts, and they're like, oh, I'm in this stock. And it's like, sure you are, buddy. We actually show you our account balance. We show you our executing broker. We show you everything. And so if you like that transparency, again, hit the subscribe button. Click the bell. We do this live for free because we're not experts or gurus, and we don't have to fake it to be real, you know. So hit the subscribe button, team. I'll see you all. Have a good weekend. I'll see you all Monday, and I'll see you all for our classes this week. Later, team.